Talk about a crusher. Yes! Oh!
Are you kidding me?
And gone!
Welcome back to the Schoolyard Sports Lane Frank podcast. I'll host this podcast, Lane Frank. We're now at episode 61, everybody. Yes, for 61 episodes through, we got an action-packed episode planned for you. Bryce Young won the Heisman, and NFL's on a roll right now. Same with NBA, college basketball, so much more. Stay tuned for Schoolyard Sports Lane Frank, episode 61. Let's hop into it. Let's start with episode 61, how we always do with the headlines in the NBA. Steph Curry, everybody, has broken the all-time three-point record, everybody. He did it at Madison Square Garden. You know, it was just, it's wild. He's the greatest shooter of all time. Not just the NBA, on the planet. The greatest shooter this planet has ever seen. Yes, Steph Curry's the best shooter in the universe, and maybe of all time, you could even argue. Steph Curry, definitely the best shooter in NBA history, no debate about that. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Steph Curry, one of the greatest shooters to ever live? Definitely, in my opinion. Leave your answer in the comment section. Warriors on a roll right now. Now, Suns, everybody. I look at the Phoenix Suns. I watch a game. I watched a couple games, Phoenix Suns this year, and they just look like the best team in the NBA. Phoenix Suns are looking like the best team in the NBA right now. You know, I saw them play up against my New York Knicks, and I see, whoa. The Suns, they're physically outmatching every single team they play. They are such a good team because they got the experience with Chris Paul, they got the skill, they got the talent with Devin Booker, and then they got the size with DeAndre Ayton. This team's amazing right now. Phoenix Suns playing great basketball, 22-5, something like that. Playing great basketball. Phoenix Suns blew out the Celtics the other night. Just doing really, really well right now. Phoenix Suns really on a roll right now. The best team in the NBA, Phoenix Suns. We got top 5 teams in the NBA coming up here in a couple minutes, but Phoenix Suns right now playing like the best team in the NBA. Let's move to the NFL where we had an action-packed weekend. The Minnesota Vikings go up on Thursday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're up 27-0. 27-0, everybody. And they won by 8 points. That's more of a testament to see how the Steelers rebounded. Ben Roethlisberger maybe played the best half of the season right there in that second half. He played great. He had the perfect throw on the last play of the game, Pat Freiermuth. Just a great play by Harrison Smith to knock it out. Pat Freiermuth, rookie tight end, everything like that. Chase Claypool, what are you doing? Okay, Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL right now. Okay, there's no debating that. You could say Bill Belichick's number 1 coach in the NFL, and then Mike Tomlin's number 2. Because Mike Tomlin is that locker room guy. He's a mix of a players coach, and he's just an everything type coach. He's not just an X's and O's type coach. He's perfect at the podium. He's perfect at everything. He's perfect at pretty much everything, Mike Tomlin. An amazing coach. He didn't want to go to USC. He shut down the USC rumors right away. But he didn't. He's going to make the right move with Chase Claypool. Because Chase Claypool, this is an all-around player. But he's an amazing player. We saw him make great catches on that drive. We saw him make the catch on 4th down. We saw him make an acrobatic catch when it was PI and they had to decline the penalty because it's such a great catch by Chase Claypool. Got more yards. They declined that. He's an all-star. Chase Claypool is an all-star player. He has a chance to be a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL next year. But you got to get over this stuff. I mean, what are you doing? Dancing? 10 minutes with 10 seconds left in the game? I mean, doing a celebration? What is going on there? Chase Claypool, stop that. You could have won your team the game. The Steelers could have had one extra play. They could have got a touchdown on that one extra play. That's what I'm trying to say here. Pittsburgh Steelers, almost in a world of trouble right now. That's not on Ben Roethlisberger, but this is going to be Ben Roethlisberger's last year. The Pittsburgh Steelers probably. Just a great game that was on Thursday Night Football. Dalvin Cook went off. Justin Jefferson went off. Kirk Cousins, probably the most underrated player in the NFL season. No debate about it, but Vikings on a roll right now. Lamar Jackson, everybody. I got a segment coming up here in a couple minutes about Lamar Jackson, but they go up against the Browns and Lamar Jackson. They always say, the best ability for a quarterback is availability. Lamar Jackson, he just doesn't give that to you sometimes. He doesn't give you availability. He got hurt in that game. You have to bring in Tyler Huntley. Not the same type of player. Okay, I know we tried that comeback. Fell very, very short in that comeback. And they did well. They got the onside kick. They, drove them down 4th and 6, everything like that. But this Ravens team is in a world of trouble right now. I like their division rival, Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of stuff going on in that division. Bengals also lost to 49ers. That was a great game. But Lamar Jackson, like I said, availability is your best ability right now. And that's what the Ravens don't have. Do you think the Ravens can make a playoff run? Do you think the Ravens can win a playoff game this year? Leave your answer in the comment section. The Dallas Cowboys, everybody. Okay, that was a fun game to watch. I picked the Washington football team to win that game. I picked them to win 31-24. They almost did, but the Cowboys were up 24-0. And we're all saying, Mike Parsons for Defensive Player of the Year. Dak Prescott's in the MVP conversation. Ezekiel Elliott proved to play without Tony Pollard. The Cowboys can prove to play without Tony Pollard. Maybe they're one of their best offensive weapons. Mark Cooper looks great. CeeDee Lamb looks great. But they go up 24-0. And then Dak Prescott throws up pick 6. I watched the play. He threw the ball late because they had the perfect camera angle for it. He had a wide open tight end, threw it late, and then the Holcomb guy just came in there and intercepted it. Got pick 6. And then they got 3 and out the Cowboys. That's stuff you can't do. If you do that against Green Bay's going to kill you. You do that against the Rams are going to kill you. You can do that against even the Ravens, they're going to kill you. Do it against the Bucs. Anybody, any contender in the NFL. I know Washington's not an elite contender, but any main real contender in the NFL, they're going to win that game. They're going to blow you out of that game. That's why I don't think Cowboys are going to win a playoff game this year. Do you think the Cowboys win a playoff game this year? I don't think so. I mean, you got to rely on. I know they missed Tony Pollard in that game. Maybe if they hadn't, they could have done better. But a lot of stuff going in that Cowboys locker room right now. There is good game, though, against Washington football team. Davis Mills, everybody. Okay, I was so excited watching that Seahawks game because they lost 33-13. But they were competing early on in that game. He was 14 of 14. But then he kind of collapsed a little bit. What happens there is David Coley's fault, everything like that. But Texans, they might have found their franchise guy. If they get a number one pick, they have a chance to take Kayvon Thibodeau or Ian Hutchinson. They don't have to take a QB. This isn't a QB stack draft. They can take a defensive edge and keep Davis Mills as maybe their franchise quarterback. Because Davis Mills, he has 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on the season. 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. 4 of those interceptions come in one game against Buffalo Bills. We just got thrown into the fire in that Buffalo Bills game. Still a very, very inexperienced quarterback, Davis Mills. But that was cool to see him going up against Seattle Seahawks. One of the best. Not doing so well this year. The Seahawks kind of like the Texans a little bit. But, it's the Seahawks. You got to respect them a little bit. Davis Mills did well against Seattle Seahawks. I was happy to see that. Davis Mills, is he a franchise quarterback? Leave your answer in the comment section. My opinion, yeah, Davis Mills is for sure a franchise quarterback. But you know who's not a franchise quarterback, everybody? Cam Newton. I'm not going to go on Cam Newton right here because I did that before. I've done that before. But they lost to the Washington football team, and the experiment is over, everybody. He is not going to be your starting quarterback next year. If Cam Newton is a starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers next year, boy, they're going to be riots. Because that is a horrible decision. Cam Newton should not be a starting quarterback of this team next year. He shouldn't. That was an embarrassing game. Okay? He got benched. He's gotten benched in pretty much every single game there's been this year. Just bench him for a complete game. Don't start him. Matt Rule, not a good NFL coach. Should have taken that job in Oregon. Dan Lane takes that job. Georgia defense coordinator. But a lot of stuff going on with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers right now. Same with the 49ers. Great win that was on Sunday against Bengals. Up by 20-6. Up by 14 points. Late in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth quarter, something like that. And then Drew Burrow throws to Jamar Chase on 4th down for a touchdown. That was a great play right there. And then Bengals come back, go to overtime. They win the coin flip. But 49ers, they showed resilience. They played great in the overtime right there. They played great in defense. Then they got that touchdown by Ike. Just great play by 49ers right there in overtime. And great showing 49ers in that game. That's a good win. That's probably one of their statement wins of the year. That's a key win. And this could keep them in the playoff hunt. I think the 49ers are a playoff team. Before the year, I picked the 49ers to make the conference championship game against the Packers. That still could happen. They're still in the hunt, definitely, but that division is amazing. Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, not the Seahawks anymore. Seahawks are completely done out of the division now, but 49ers rolling at the right time. Great win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Everybody. Bucks, they got a great win against the Bills. That was probably one of the best games to watch all year because they're up by so much. They're up by 17 points late in that fourth quarter. And then Bill Stormback get a touchdown, but Dawson Knox get a touchdown, Gabriel Davis get another touchdown, and then Josh Allen rushed a touchdown, and then in overtime, they lose the coin flip also. But Rashad Perriman, what a play that was. That was an awesome play to watch. That was an awesome game to watch. Bucks, Bills, it showed. People are saying, they're all counting. Everybody's counting the Bills off because they lost the Patriots last week, and then they lost the Bucks this week. I know, if they had gotten blown out like the Bucks, how they were early in that game, I would have ran the Bills off too, but they showed resilience against probably the best team in the NFL, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They showed resilience. They played well. They showed fight in that game, and they're showing as a contender. I know they don't have the Super Bowl contender type of record. They're 7-6 right now, but they're showing like a Super Bowl contender. Had a couple bad games against Patriots, had a couple bad games against Colts, everything like that. But Bills, they're going to pick things up. They are. They're going to have to play Jets in a couple of weeks. It's easy wins like that. But Bills are going to pick things up, in my opinion. Rams, Cardinals, everybody. That was a great game Monday Night Football. Probably one of the best games of the year also. Got the onside kick, the Cardinals. That was a heavyweight match, pretty much. James Conner looking like one of the best running backs in the NFL. In the whole entire NFL. But Cooper Kupp is probably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now, at least at this moment, statistic-wise. He's doing amazing right now, Cooper Kupp. No debate about it. That's about it for the headlines this week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now, Schoolyard Sports NFL game day, everybody. I'm looking to slave NFL games this week. This might be the best slave games we've had all year. We got a great game this week. We got the Saturday football game starting this week. Patriots, Colts, Raiders, Browns. Bunch of great games this week. Let's hop into it. Thursday Night Football. Chargers, Chiefs, everybody in LA. Okay, they played each other week 3 in Kansas City, everybody. And that was a great game. Chargers pulled that one out. But Chiefs are on a roll right now. Just demolished the Raiders. I didn't start Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy team because I thought, they're going to blow out the Raiders, but Patrick Mahomes, he's not going to get as many touchdowns. It's a weird approach they're taking this year, and this approach might help them win the Super Bowl this year. It's almost a better approach than they had last year. They're not going for that 40-yard play every game. They're not going for that 40-yard play every single time. They're not going for a Patrick Mahomes touchdown, 5 touchdowns a game. If you can do that, they're going to let him. But He doesn't need to do that every game. And when he doesn't, they're going to rely on the run game with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They're going to do the jet sweeps, Tyreek Hill. They're going to do everything like that. It's going to work, and I think they do that in this game. Give me the Chiefs over the Chargers, everybody. No debate that. Raiders-Browns, everybody, on our Saturday Night Football game, okay? First game of the year on Saturday. Love how we have NFL games on Saturday later in the year. But Raiders-Browns, I do have Browns win this one. Okay, Raiders on a bit of a skid right now. You got embarrassed by Chiefs last year. This is what happens to the Raiders every single year, everybody. Okay, last year, they almost lost to the Jets, and then they go up against the Falcons the next week, and they get crushed. And the Falcons were no good last year. This is what happens. They get later in the season, and they collapse, and they're going to collapse again this year. Browns are going to win this one. Run game too much. I know Kareem Hunt's probably not going to play in this game, but Nick Chubb had a good game last week. I think they rely on the run game. This one, non-Baker Mayfield. Give me the Browns in this one over Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Patriots, Colts, everybody. Okay, I love this Patriots team. 8 straight wins. Yeah. We all love it. We're all happy about it. They're 10-4, everything like that. But this Colts team, 7-6. Jonathan Taylor. This Patriots streak comes to an end on Saturday Night Football. Give me the Colts over the Patriots, everybody. No debate about it. Colts being the Patriots, handing them their first L in what seems like months, everybody. 8 straight wins, Patriots streak comes to an end here to the Indianapolis Colts. Washington football team versus Philadelphia Eagles, everybody. We saw Washington almost get Bears last week. I know they came back at the end a little bit there. I talked about that, but Philadelphia, they're not playing that great either. But I'm going to take Washington this one. Too much defense, in my opinion. Jonathan Allen, Darian Payne. Look out for those guys in this one. Give me Washington over the Eagles. Titans, Steelers, everybody. We all love the Titans because we love their record. They're 9-4. Yeah. Look at their team. Brian Tannehill. Jeremy McNichols. Do you even know who that guy is? Do you know who their running back is right now? It's Devontae Foreman. It's Jeremy McNichols. They have a random running back every single week, everybody. And they have no possible running game. Their defense is struggling right now. I'm taking the Steelers over Titans right now. Yeah, the Steelers' run game isn't above and beyond because of the offensive line, everything like that, but they have Najee Harris. They Chase Claypool can make a play if he doesn't blow the game by celebrating 10 seconds left in the game. But Steelers are going to win this one over Tennessee Titans. Bengals, Broncos, everybody, battle of 7-6 teams. It's going to be a good game. It's in Denver, but I am taking the Bengals in this one over Denver Broncos. It's a cycle for the Cincinnati Bengals, everybody. It's a cycle. They win a game, they win a big game, and then they lose 2 back-to-back games. Like when they beat the Ravens. They lost to the Jets, and they lost to another team. Then they go up against the Chargers last week. They lose that game, then they go up against the 49ers this week, then they lose that game. They're going up against the Broncos this week. I think they bounce back on that one. Give me the Bengals over the Broncos this one. Seahawks, Rams, everybody. Rams by a million. Rams in the blood. I do not like the Seahawks team at all. I know they beat the Texans. It's the Texans, everybody. Give me the Rams this one over the Seahawks. Rams playing like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. No debate about it. Give me the Rams over the Seahawks this one. Packers, Ravens. Okay, Lamar Jackson. If he plays this one, he probably shouldn't. It's not that healthy. I think they still lose. I know battle of 2 pretty much injured quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, everything like that, but you gotta realize, Aaron Rodgers, reigning MVP, looking like another MVP-type season this year. I know he's not gonna win MVP this year, but he's playing like an MVP. Give him the Packers this one over the Ravens. Big in Baltimore. That's my statement pick of the week. Big Packers win big in Baltimore this week. No big bat. Saints, Bucks, everybody. It's gonna be a fun game. Saints, they went to Tampa last year and they demolished the Buccaneers, and then they go up against them this year in New Orleans and they beat them. But I do have the Bucks in this one. Big over the New Orleans Saints. Saints gotta get one over the Jets last week. It's the Jets, everybody. Give me this Bucks in this one. Big over the New Orleans Saints. That's about it for Schoolyard Sports and Fun Game Day. Leave your picks in the comment section. Now, top 5, everybody. I already hinted by top 5 a little bit. Top 5 teams in the NBA as of today. We're 5. Chicago Bulls, everybody. They need to get healthy. They need to get out of all the COVID protocols, but when they're all healthy. This is a top 5 team in the NBA. DeMar DeRozan's playing like a top 5 scorer in the NBA. Zach LaVine's playing like a top 10 scorer in the NBA. Playing great right now. The Chicago Bulls, number 5. Bulls. Number 4, the Milwaukee Bucks. The reigning champions, not playing the best basketball right now, not having the best record, but they're the reigning champions. Gotta give them their respect. Number 4, Milwaukee Bucks, everybody. Number 3, the Brooklyn Nets, everybody. They're picking things up now. James Harden's playing better. Kevin Durant's playing better. And you know what? They don't need Kyrie Irving for a title run. They don't. Third best team in the NBA right now is the Brooklyn Nets. Number 2, you already know what number 1 is because I said it earlier, but number 2, the second best team in the NBA. They just have their best player in franchise history. The greatest shooter on the planet break the all-time three-point record, beat Ray Allen's record. It is the Golden State Warriors at number 2, everybody. No debate about it. Golden State Warriors, they get Klay Thompson back. This is going to be the best team in the NBA. They get Wiseman back. They get everything back. This is the second best team in the NBA. No debate about it. Warriors, 2. 1, who is the best team in the NBA? I already said it. It's the Phoenix Suns, everybody. They're playing like the best team in the NBA, and they are the best team in the NBA. No debate about it. Roll at the right time. Phoenix Suns, the number 1 team in the NBA. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Leave your top 5 in the comment section. Do you think the Warriors should be lower? Do you think the Warriors should be higher? Do you think the Bucks should be on this list? Where do you think the Bulls should be? Leave your answer in the comment section. That's about for top 5 this week. Now, did you know, everybody? This is a great did you know right here. Who do you think is the most college football national championships of all time? I'll give you a second. Is it Michigan? Is it Alabama? Is it Clemson? Is it Ohio State? Is it Florida State? Is it Miami? Is it USC? Is it Oregon? Is it somebody else? Leave your answer in the comment section. It is Yale. Yale, who is an FCS team right now, has the most college football national championships of all time. Over Alabama, over Michigan, over all those schools I named earlier. Yes, Yale has the most college football national championships of all time. Didn't know that? Leave down in the comment section. That's bad for didn't know this week. We got college basketball mass, everybody. Oh yeah, it's the college basketball season, everybody. Let's all into it. All right, I want to start off with this right here. We're going to pick some great games that we have this weekend. Some great games we have Friday, some great games we have Thursday and more. But I want to start off with this right here. You know who's the most inspired team in college basketball right now, though? It's Baylor. Baylor is so good. They blew out Villanova. They held Villanova to 36 points. 36 points. One of the best teams in the country, Villanova. Okay, I know it's at home, but Baylor looking like one of the best teams in the country right now. They are the number one ranked team in the country right now, in my rankings also, and the AP Top 25. But let's hop into the games of the week, everybody. We got some great games this weekend. We got some great games. Let's go. Gonzaga, Texas Tech, everybody. It's going to be a good game. Gonzaga, we saw them lose to Duke. We saw them barely beat Tarleton State. Then we saw them get crushed by Alabama. Do they win this game? Yes, very, very close. Because Texas Tech, not a great shooting team. You didn't get Kevin O'Bannon and Bryce Williams more shots at maybe. I mean, they were just horrible from three at Madison Square Garden against Tennessee Volunteers the other night. But they still won that game. Texas Tech, a good college basketball team. I think they lose this one very, very close. Give me Gonzaga, 64-59 over Texas Tech, everybody. Now, UNC versus UCLA, everybody. Johnny Juzang versus Dawson Garcia, everybody else. Caleb Love, that's a good UNC team. They blew out my Michigan Wolverines. But I do have UCLA in this one close. 71-62, UCLA. Johnny Juzang gets the job done this one over North Carolina, everybody. Now, Ohio State, Kentucky, everybody. We saw Kentucky lose to Notre Dame this weekend, 66-62. We saw Ohio State be the number one team in the country, Duke at the time. Duke only has one loss year to Ohio State. Ohio State on a roll right now, killed Johnny Davis's Wisconsin Badgers the other night, 71-55. Ohio State is on a roll right now. I think they win this one over Kentucky. I think they beat Ty Washington. I think they beat John Calipari and his guys. That's about college basketball matters this week. We got a lot of great games. Those are my takes. Some of the best college basketball teams. Leave your answer in the comment section. Do you think Ohio State will beat Kentucky? Do you think UCLA will beat North Carolina? Leave your answer in the comment section. That's about college basketball madness this week. Now, Zion Williamson, you have officially earned yourself a spotlight on this show. Not for any good reason, because Zion Williamson, he's not going to play a single game in the NBA this year. I know it's not reported yet, but we all know it, everybody. He's not going to play. He got a setback in his foot injury. Zion Williamson is not going to play a single NBA game this year. That's horrible. Okay, what is Zion Williamson's best strength of his game? It's driving. It's his quickness. It's his motor. It's his drive. It's his power. It's his everything to be able to drive in the paint, everything like that. Kind of like Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs. What was his biggest ability last season? It was throwing up deep bombs. It was throwing big passes. But then, now this season, he's throwing interceptions. He's not playing as well. Zion Williamson, maybe when he comes back, teams are going to figure him out. They're going to put their best defense player on. Okay, they're doing that already, but they're going to guard the paint. They're going to make him pass. He can't pass that well, Zion Williamson. They're going to make him shoot. Zion Williamson can't shoot that well, despite what his first ever NBA game showed against San Antonio Spurs. Zion Williamson, like Lamar Jackson, availability is your best ability in the NBA, and your best ability in sports, pretty much. Zion Williamson, what's going on right now? Do you think Zion Williamson plays an NBA game this year? Zion Williamson, in my opinion, will never, ever be a superstar in the NBA. He'll never be a true superstar. He can make an all-star game. He can be like an Andre Drummond. He can be like a DeMar DeRozan. I know not that same type of player, but same type of accolade type of player. He's not going to be a superstar. He's not going to win you an NBA championship. He can win an NBA championship on a championship team. He's not going to be the main force of that team. He can't be. He has to be around a super team. Zion Williamson. This isn't a great thing right now if you're a Pelicans fan. This isn't a great thing for Zion Williamson. I want Zion Williamson to go my New York Knicks. I really do, even with this foot injury. But I'm still just staying the facts here. Zion Williamson, probably not going to play an NBA game this year. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Zion Williamson plays this year? Do you think Zion Williamson is a true superstar? Do you think Zion Williamson will ever win an NBA championship? Leave your answer in the comment section. That's about for my Zion Williamson Spotlight this week. Now, college football showcase, everybody. We don't have a top 25 this week because we haven't had any games. Unless you count the Army-Navy game. That was a fun game to watch. Navy being Army. I picked Navy to win that game, not on the show, but, Navy has a much better schedule than Army. I saw somewhere. Navy's the third best schedule in college football. Army is like the 122nd, something crazy like that. But this was a fun game to watch. Navy beat Army. Quinn Ewers was in the transport, and he's going back to Texas. Can Texas be contender with Quinn Ewers at quarterback next year? Leave your answer in the comment section. National Slang Day is coming up on Wednesday, everybody. It's going to be an interesting thing there. And Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy over Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson, my Michigan guy, finished second there. But let's pick the New Year's 6 bowl games. Then we're going to get my playoff picks in here in a second. Let's hop into it. Pitt, MSU in the Peach Bowl. Still uncertain about Kenny Pickett's stats of that game, but I'm taking MSU in this one. Just a more inspired team. Pitt lost their offensive coordinator. They lost everything. If I'm Kenny Pickett, I'm wanting to play in this game because I have one of the best I'm one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and I'm going against the worst pass defense in the nation. The worst pass defense in the nation in Michigan State. Why wouldn't I want to play in that game? I don't understand that by Kenny Pickett. Maybe he could get hurt, maybe something like that. But I am taking Michigan State in this one over Pitt. Pains me to do it, but I'm taking Michigan State. Oklahoma State, Notre Dame. Everybody. Cal Hamilton and Kyron Williams both opted out of this game, but I think Notre Dame's just going to be the more inspired team. Jalen Warren might play in this game for Oklahoma State. Spencer Sanders just didn't look great in that game. Marcus Freeman, his first game as Notre Dame head coach, is going to win this game in the Fiesta Bowl over Oklahoma State. Utah, Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Whenever a team goes on a roll, like Utah, they go on a huge roll. They get a great season. But then they have to take a 4-week break. They're not going to come back that same type of team. Ohio State was a bad team that in the year against Michigan. And then they're going to come back after a 4-week break. I think they beat Utah 31-17. Give me the Buckeyes over Utah. Pains me to do it also, but give me Ohio State over Utah. Baylor, Ole Miss, everybody. I got Ole Miss very, very close to this one. I love Gary behind it. I love Blake Shapen. I don't know who's going to start this game. I love David Aranda, and I love this Baylor team. But Matt Corral's going to play in this game. He said already. And I love Snoop Conner, Jaron Ely, best offense in college football. Great offensive line. Pretty good defense, everything like that. I'm taking Ole Miss in this one. Very, very close. 31-27 over Baylor in the Sugar Bowl. Now, the first semifinal playoff game. Cincinnati versus Alabama in the Cotton Bowl, everybody, in Jerry World. Who's going to win this game? Is it going to be Cincinnati? Is it going to be Alabama? Leave your pick in the comment section. My pick right here. Alabama, they're going to play well. I think they beat Cincinnati this one. Cincinnati's a good team. Don't write them off. Don't write off Jerry Rumford. Don't write off Desmond. Don't write off Rashad Sanders. Don't write off Luke Fickell. Don't write off anybody on this team. But I think you'll lose this game. Give me Alabama in this one, 38-24 over Cincinnati. Not going to be a complete out blowout. I think Cincinnati hangs with them for a little bit. Maybe the first half, then third quarter implosion, everything like that. Give me Alabama advancing to the national championship. Let's see where their opponent's going to be. Listen to my pick on my Michigan Wolverines versus Georgia Bulldogs, everybody, in the Orange Bowl. I'm going to go to this game in the Orange Bowl, but this is going to be a fun game. Michigan versus Georgia in the Orange Bowl. Who wins it? Got Cade McNamara for Michigan. You got Stetson Bennett for Georgia. Or is it going to be GT Nelson? You never know. Great defense for Georgia. Great offense for Michigan. Great offensive line for Michigan. Maybe the best offensive line in college football. Great defensive line for Georgia. In the trenches game, I'm taking my Michigan Wolverines. The better running game with Son Haskins and Blake Corum. 38-35. Give me my Michigan Wolverines advancing to the national championship against Alabama. That's my pick for the national championship. Going to be Alabama versus Michigan on January 13th. Give me Alabama, Michigan in the national championship. That's about our college football showcase this week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars, everybody, what is wrong with this team? I'm going to answer all those questions here, but let's see how to fix the Jacksonville Jaguars, everybody, and start with the head coach position. Urban Meyer, you're not fit for the NFL. Get rid of Urban Meyer, everybody. Who are you going to bring in, though? I'm thinking Anthony Lynn, former Chargers head coach, offensive coordinator for the Lions right now, or Byron Leftwich, who has been great with Tom Brady so far. You got potentially one of the next great quarterbacks in NFL history in Trevor Lawrence on your hands right now. You're just going to waste him with Urban Meyer. Terrible coach right now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now you want to bring in a proven coach like Anthony Lynn, a proven coach like Byron Leftwich. This could be amazing, Jacksonville Jaguars. That's your first step. Fire Urban Meyer, bring in either Anthony Lynn, Byron Leftwich, preferably Anthony Lynn, in my opinion. He just had that one bad year with Chargers, everybody, but he got reeled by injuries in that team. Derwin James never really played for him that much. If he had a fully healthy team, they could have been contenders last year. Maybe late game coaching situations, everything like that, reeled them last year. But Anthony Lynn's a good coach, everybody. He's a good NFL coach. He could be perfect for Trevor Lawrence. But what else can they do? They could draft some wide receivers. You know, what's not going to help them here? Drafting a defensive end. It's not going to help them draft Kevin Thibodeau. It's not going to help them to draft Aiden Hutchinson. Draft Evan Neal. Draft a wide receiver like Jordan Addison, James Williams. Get playmakers. Get people who's going to help Trevor Lawrence. Okay, get playmakers, get offensive line, get everything like that, preferably offensive line. You can get a superstar Hall of Fame wide receiver in the second and third round. That's how it usually is in the NFL. Justin Jefferson, late first round pick. C. Lamb, late first round pick. Bunch of these guys, late first round picks, second round picks. Bunch of these guys. Tony Brown wasn't even a draft pick pretty much. He was 6th round pick, everything like that. But, I mean, go through the draft. Don't take a defensive end. That's my pick. Fix Jacksonville Jaguars. You need to get playmakers. You need to get guys to help Trevor Lawrence, everybody. You need to get a better coach. Shad Khan, make the move. Fire Urban Meyer after the season, obviously. But Trevor Lawrence needs some help, everybody. Bring in a QB mentor like Byron Leftwich. Bring in a QB mentor like Anthony Lynn. Those are my thoughts on how to fix the Jacksonville Jaguars, everybody. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's about for At The Buzz this week. Now, best for last, everybody. Question day. When will the MLB lockout end? Will it be next year? Which probably won't happen. Will it be before the season? Will it be next week? Will it be tomorrow? Leave your answers in the comment section. When will the MLB lockout end? That's question day this week. That's about for question this week. That's about for Schoolyard Sports Land Frank episode 61. Thank you for tuning in. Follow Schoolyard Sports on Instagram at Schoolyard Sports. Follow Schoolyard Sports on Twitter at Schoolyard Sport. Follow Schoolyard Sports on TikTok at Schoolyard Sports. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review for the best sports content in the world. We'll be back here couple of weeks. We're going on a quick hiatus. We'll be back here, though, after the college ball playoff games on episode number 62. Stay tuned.